And welcome to this Yoga Sizzle video. We're going to start down low and build up to our crow. So place your hands on the floor, tuck your toes, and sit back onto your heels, hands stretched forward. There's a bit of a tug of war between the hands and the hips, lengthening the spine and connecting to your breath. Breathing down deep. Inhaling, roll up, float forward, then tuck your chin and roll back to your down dog. And lifting the heels up high, bending your knees down low. As you exhale, launch yourself forward, high plank, buttocks pressing you forward. And then lower your knees down to the floor, hips to heels, hands forward, hips back. And then inhale to roll forward, tuck your chin, roll back to your down dog. Again, that tug of war, hands and hips. Lift your heels up high, bend your knees down low. As you exhale, walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Eyes forward, heart forward, head to knee, fingertips on the floor. And then bringing your feet hip distance, sink down deep, bring the back of your hands together, and spiraling your fingers, releasing your wrists all the way to the top. And your palms meet, and you stretch yourself up tall and long. And then curling your way back down to the mat, fingers to the floor, head to knee. Eyes forward, heart forward. And bring the feet back together. You might like to come onto the mat. This time, all 10 fingertips press down to the floor, and then you lift your heels high. So lean your weight into your hands and your fingers. Trust yourself. And then bending your knees, lift your heels a little higher, and bring your hands flat to the mat. So now you're curling into a tight little ball like your little coiled spring. Leaning the weight into the knuckles and fingertips before you use that coiled spring energy. Press back, high plank. Knees to floor, hips to heels, puppy stretch. And rolling forward along the spine, inhaling and exhaling back to down dog. Adjusting yourself, float your left leg up high. Lifting onto the right tiptoes, bending the lifted leg, and then bring your knee to your nose. Lift the knee back, keep the leg bent, but lifting the knee up high. And then again, curl the knee to your nose, round your back. Then tap the knee to the left elbow, across to the right elbow. Back to the left tricep, lifting it up high. And across to the right tricep, lift it up high. Knee to nose, and then lift the knee up high, taking it back. And then bringing your knee forward, step the foot between your hands. Soft the back knee, firm your butt, rolling all the way up, reach for the stars. And then peeling your hip open, turning the thigh, plant the heel, warrior two. So far, so good. Only move the arms, bend the elbows, and as you exhale, pull your elbows apart, the fingertips together. Inhale, let the arms open, and as you exhale, reach out through your fingertips. Now adding legs. Inhale, bend the elbows, straighten the front leg. Exhaling, pull your elbows apart. Then inhaling, arms open. And as you exhale, sink down deep into warrior two, stretch out through the fingers. And then reversing your warrior, reaching the left fingers up high, high, high. Then turn your belly to the floor. Sweep down past the mat. Rest your elbow on the thigh and continue the right arm forward and up towards the sky. Tug of war between the bottom elbow, left elbow, and the top right fingers. Then you wrap your arm behind your lower back. Maybe pressing your lower back into your arm. Straighten the front leg, left hip presses to right foot, the arm on the inside of the leg, or maybe you're a little bit nuts and you stretch the arm forward like half a train track. It's okay, you'll be fine. Maybe look to the fingers, or down to the floor, or past the top shoulder. Then you bend into the front knee, release the top arm, hands plant to the mat, step back to your high plank, and to your down dog. And then second side, floating your right leg up high, bend the knee. And then you bring your knee to your nose, curling it in. You lift your knee up high. And again, curling it in. And then tapping your knee to the right elbow, across to the left. Lift it up high, tap your right tricep. And then tap it across to your left tricep. And then bring it back to your nose and stretch the leg back. Lift your knee up high. And bring the knee back to your chest. Step the foot forward. Soften into your back knee. Reach your fingers up. Buttocks toning. Feet firm. And peeling open warrior two. Plant your back heel on the floor. Keeping the legs still, we inhale to bend the elbows, and we exhale to pull the elbows apart. Inhale to open the arms, and exhale to reach the fingers. And adding the leg. So inhale, fingertips together, straighten the leg. Exhale, elbows apart, the shoulder blades glued to the rib cage. Inhale, arms open, and as you exhale, sink down into the front leg, reach your fingers apart. And then reversing your warrior. Right fingers reaching up high, and then turn the belly to the floor, sweep the hand forward, rest your elbow on the thigh, and continue the left arm forward, reach it all the way up. Again, the tug of war between fingers and elbow, press down and lift up. Then turning the top hand, wrapping it behind your lower back. Front leg straightens, bring the hand to the inside of the front foot, keep pressing your right hip towards the left foot. And if you brought that bottom hand forward into your half a train track, then doing it again on the second side. Looking maybe past the top shoulders, strong body, you can do it. And then unwrap the hand, plant your hands on the floor, take it back to your high plank, and back to your downward facing dog. And then lift up high, sink your knees down low, roll forward, high plank, then tuck your chin, press back, down dog. Lift up high, bend your knees down low, and step to the top of the mat. Eyes forward, heart forward, head to knee. Bring the feet hip distance, and again sink down deep, back of the hands together, rolling and spiraling all the way up, releasing your hands, the wrists. At the top, your palms meet, you reach up, long body, and then you draw back down through the midline, all the way to the floor, fingers to the mat, head to the knees. Eyes forward, heart forward. Exhaling, head to knee, feet back together. Sink your hips down deep, roll along the spine, and reach your hands up into a chair pose. Then bringing your hands to your heart, lift your heels high. Lower your heels and reach your hands up. And one more time, hands to heart, heels lift, nice, slow, mindful movement, heels lower, hands lift. Keep the heels down, bring your hands back to your heart. And you're going to curl and tap your left elbow to the right knee. Come back to center. Curl to the left, tapping your left knee. Come back to center. Curl once more, maybe tap the knee or slide the elbow past the right knee. Come back to center. And again to the left, maybe bring the elbow past the knee. Hips don't move. Come back to center. Then use your butt, press yourself up tall to standing, palms touch, and then curl all the way back down. Fingers to floor, head to knee. Eyes forward, Ardha Uttanasana, the half lift. And then once more, just adjusting yourself on the mat, lift your heels up high, fingertips press down into the floor. And then squeeze your right heel to your butt, maybe tap the knee to your armpit, and bring it down. Then lift your left heel to your butt, tap it to your armpit, knee to your armpit, and bring the foot down. And then bring your hands flat to the floor. You're back in your coiled spring shape. Lifting the right heel, tap your knee to the tricep. Bring the foot down. Squeeze your left heel to butt, knee to tricep, and bring the foot down. Lean the weight into your knuckles and fingertips, and then lower your heels down, head to knee. Bring your feet hip distance. Sink down deep. Spiral and roll all the way to the top, releasing your wrists. Palms together, stretch up nice and tall, long body. And then drawing yourself back down through center, curling to the floor, fingers to the mat, head to knee. Bring your feet back together, eyes forward, heart forward. And curling in. So here goes. Press your fingertips down, connect to the floor. Fingertips connecting, wrists underneath your shoulders. You'll be fine. Then sink a little deeper, knees bend, hands flat, lean into your knuckles and the fingertips. Lift your heels high. Now bring both knees to the outside of your arms. Squeeze them into your armpits. Press your knees forward. Elbows bending so you have a ledge. And then maybe you pick your right foot up, squeeze the heel to your butt. Bring it down. And then you pick your left foot up, squeeze the heel to your butt. Put it down. And maybe pressing the knees forward, coming into your little coiled spring, leaning the weight into knuckles and fingertips, and then you might take both feet off the ground. Keep squeezing the big toes together. Imagine you've got a thigh master between your thighs, and you're trying to squeeze the knees together. Elbows squeeze together. And then float the feet back down. Straighten your legs, heel and toe the feet hip distance, and let yourself hang loose. Eyes forward, heart forward, and coming in ragdoll position, holding onto your elbows, and maybe swaying a little from side to side. Just releasing, loosening up. Then release your hands. Sink down deep, spiraling and rolling all the way to the top. Nice and slow. Reach yourself, nice, tall, long body, and then drawing your hands back towards your heart. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. You did it. Let that sense of accomplishment sink into your body. Well done. Namaste.